Hey guys, it's Ro. It is still very cold outside, and I know I live in Southern California where it isn't the most cold in January, but the other day it was 38 degrees, and for me that is very chilly. And when it's cold outside, I like to make warm food and warm treats to kind of make me feel cozy. So this weekend I was thinking of making a sweet treat, but I didn't want to make an entire cake. I just wanted an individual size something. So I thought, let's make some mug cakes and let me make a video because I thought this was a really cool idea. You bake the cake in the microwave, so it's super easy, and you bake them in a coffee mug. The three recipes that we're gonna be making are a double chocolate, a spiced apple, and espresso. These are my favorite mug cake recipes, so I hope you guys enjoy them. And I wanted to give you some variations in case, I don't know, you didn't like chocolate, or you didn't like apple, or you didn't like espresso? There's other options. All right, let's get started. The first mug cake that we're gonna be making is the double chocolate. The things you will need to make this double chocolate mug cake will be a 1/4 cup of milk, 1/3 cup of self-rising flour, 1 egg at room temperature, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, a 1/4 cup of mini semi-sweet chocolate chips, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, yum, 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 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, and your favorite microwave safe mug. Then for decoration, I'm gonna be using a little bit of powdered sugar and a small sifter. First thing that we're gonna do in a small bowl, we're gonna whisk together our dry ingredients. Self-rising flour, cocoa powder, granulated sugar, brown sugar, and a pinch of salt. Whisk together till well combined. Once it's whisked, we will add our wet ingredients, milk, melted butter, vanilla extract, and an egg. And a side note, this chocolate recipe makes 2 mug cakes in a 10-ounce coffee mug. This cake batter is almost ready. We have one more thing to add, chocolate chips. This makes it a double chocolate cake, not just a chocolate cake. It's gonna be a double chocolate cake. Sprinkle in your chocolate chips and gently mix them together. What's over here? 3 have gone astray. Oop, 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 oop. Taste test, tastes good, tastes like chocolate. Now the batter is ready. Fill your coffee mug halfway full. Don't overfill it because they do rise a lot when they bake. Our mug cakes are ready for the microwave. I like to microwave them 1 at a time so I can keep my eye at them. I put these on high in the microwave for 1 minute. That's what works for me, but every microwave is different. So after a minute, just check your cake. If it hasn't set yet, microwave again for an additional 10 seconds and check. I would just keep doing it in 10-second intervals, checking your cake each time. Here are our double chocolate mug cakes. I just took them out of the microwave. They are still a little bit hot, so be careful. For a final touch, I like to decorate and top them with a little bit of powdered sugar using a small sieve, just a little sprinkle. Oh yes! The next cake that we're gonna be making is a spiced apple. The things you'll need to make this spiced apple mug cake will be 1/4 cup of self-rising flour, 3 tablespoons of applesauce, an apple. I'm using a Golden Delicious, but you can use whatever one you'd like. 1 tablespoon of milk, 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar, a pinch of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, and a smaller coffee mug. I'm using one that's 6 ounces. Then for decoration, I'm using ground cinnamon and some cinnamon sticks. First step to make this cake is to prepare our apple. We are gonna peel and cut it into 1/2 inch cubes. Cut off the top and bottom, then peel the sides using the vegetable peeler, then 4 cuts around the core, then cut into small cubes. This recipe doesn't use the full apple. I've got my extra apple slices over here that I'm just gonna eat as a snack. And then in this small bowl, scoop 2 tablespoons of cubed apple in here. Now, whisk together your dry ingredients. An important side note, you wanna make sure that you are using self-rising flour, not regular flour. Self-rising flour helps these cakes cook correctly in the microwave. Allspice and cinnamon, regular granulated sugar. Oh! Brown sugar, and a pinch of salt. Then whisk together till well combined. Next, we're gonna add applesauce and milk and whisk together till everything's nice and smooth. Add in your cubed apples to the batter. I believe I could fly. And stir together. Fun fact, I'm from Washington, which we got a lot of apples in Washington. Molly and I, growing up, we had an apple tree in our backyard. You forgot we had an apple tree? Wow, okay. Now scoop your batter into the mug, and again, it should be about halfway full. This apple spice recipe makes 1 mug cake, and I'm gonna be using a 6-ounce mug, and it's because this batter doesn't rise as much, so it's the perfect amount. It smells so good. This apple spice cake is ready to microwave. Again, we're just gonna pop it in for 1 minute. Our cake is hot and fresh out of the microwave, so be careful. I'm just gonna top it with a little bit of cinnamon and a cinnamon stick. And there we have it, our spiced apple mug cake. You guys, this smells so good. This may be my favorite recipe of the day. The last cake that we're gonna be making is our espresso cake recipe. The things you will need to make the espresso mug cake will be 2 tablespoons of liquid coconut oil, 5 tablespoons of self-rising flour, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of instant espresso powder, 1 egg at room temperature, 2 tablespoons of milk, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and a pinch of salt. Then to decorate, we're gonna be using whipped cream, espresso beans, a microwave-safe coffee mug, and a decorating bag fitted with a number 809 tip. As you guys know, I love espresso. It is so good. And if you love espresso, this is the recipe for you because this cake has a very strong taste. You really taste the espresso. It's delicious. The first thing that we're gonna do is whisk together our dry ingredients, starting with our self-rising flour, instant espresso powder, and if you don't have espresso powder at home, you can also use instant coffee powder, brown sugar and granulated sugar, and a pinch of salt. Whisk together till well combined. Oh, that smells good. Then do some baking deep breath yoga. You go like this. You smell a lot of baked goods, and you hold it in, and you think happy thoughts. Oh yeah, and then you let it out in the downward dog. After you've mixed together your dry ingredients, add your wet ingredients. 1 egg, our milk. These countertops are really slick and shiny, and they're also a little louder, so I apologize. I'm sorry, sound. And coconut oil. Then whisk together till nice and smooth. Also mix it in your bowl. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. From an espresso lover to another, just smell. It just, oh my gosh. I just want to drink this. This smells like heaven. Our batter is ready and it's time to bake our last cakes. I'm gonna divide the batter into both of these mugs. This recipe makes 2 espresso mug cakes in the 10-ounce coffee mug. I'm gonna put these in the microwave 1 at a time on high for 1 minute. This smells so good. Our espresso cakes are hot out of the microwave. I give them a little bit of time to cool before we decorate because you don't want to pipe whipped cream directly on there when it's super hot because the whipped cream will just melt. Well, that would taste pretty good, but to make it look a little cuter, I waited a few minutes. I scooped a little bit of whipped cream into this piping bag with a tip at the end. It's a number 809. Just gonna pipe a little dollop of whipped cream at the top, just to taste, and place a little coffee bean on top. I gotta pick the prettiest bean. I feel like this is it. Oh geez. Boop. Oh, yes. Ta-da! Here are the 3 mug cakes that we made today. We made double chocolate cake, spiced apple, and espresso cake. I absolutely love these recipes. I really encourage you guys to try these. They are delicious, they are super easy to make, and they're single serving size. So if you want something warm at the end of the day, but you don't want to make a whole cake or a whole pie, you can just curl up with one of these. I'll be posting lots of pictures of these cakes and the recipes on RosannaPansino.com, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, so you can check them out there. And if you guys make these, please take a picture and send it to me because I love seeing your baking creations. It just makes me happy. It makes my day. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope you enjoy the new year. Bye-bye.
I don't know about you, Steve, but I'm having a great night.